Hi everybody, my name is Allie Leering and I am a Sigma Kappa here at the University of Alabama. I went through primary recruitment in fall of 2020. This was the year of COVID, so my primary recruitment experience was a little bit different than most people's. It was completely online, but I do know a lot of people that have gone through regular recruitment, and I have gone through regular sorority recruitment as a active rushing people. So I know kind of both sides, but I am here to give you my experience on my primary sorority recruitment during my freshman year of fall 2020. I thought I'd make this video to help people who are looking to go through sorority recruitment in the future or coming up, and maybe help them see what it's about and give them just my experience of how I went through it and how I felt during it. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So primary recruitment lasts for about 9 days. There is convocation round, then there's open house round, and then there's 3 days of philanthropy round, 3 days of sisterhood round, preference round, and then there's bid day. And each round gets longer as the week progresses, so philanthropy will be your shortest and then preference will be your longest rounds. I think philanthropy is about 20 minutes and preference is about 45. So during the first round, which is convocation, this usually occurs at Coleman Coliseum here at the University of Alabama, but since I did my recruitment during COVID, mine was online, but usually you go to Coleman Coliseum, and this is where you just learn basically all of the rules regarding sorority recruitment. You meet your ROCI leader, I believe, and you just learn what to do, what not to do for sorority recruitment, and just all the rules that go along with it. And during this round, you don't meet any actives, so you don't have to dress up or anything. You can really wear whatever you want. Just don't show up wearing pajamas or anything like that. But it's just cute, comfy, just whatever you're comfortable in. And yeah, you just go and learn all the rules for sorority recruitment. Basically, don't need to stress at all for convocation. It's the most simple day out of all of Rush, and you can wear literally a tank top, some shorts, whatever you're comfy in. But yeah, it's the most easiest day in the world, so no need to stress about that day. The next round is open house round, and ever since COVID, they changed open house round to now be completely online. So before COVID, you would go to each individual house to learn about them, but now, after COVID, we just go on Zoom and we watch a little video on each of the sorority houses, and after you watch all of the videos, then you rank the sorority houses from favorite to least favorite, and I think you end up dropping 2 after open house. I think there's around 15 to 20 sorority houses at Alabama. I'm not exactly sure the number, but yeah, so you just watch all of their videos and then you rank them based on what you like the most. And for me, it was really hard to get a vibe of the sorority based off of the video, but I did really like one of the sorority videos that I watched just because their philanthropy resonated really deeply with me, and I'll talk about that in the next round when I talk about the next round. But yeah, I found it a little tricky to get a vibe off of a sorority off of a video, but they're good to learn more about the sororities too. So the next round is philanthropy round, and this round is about 20 minutes long, and you go to each of the sorority houses that you get back, and basically you just learn about their philanthropy. My sorority has 5 philanthropies, so woo, go us, but I really resonated deeply with my sorority's philanthropy because I have a personal connection to it. So I went into that house and watched their philanthropy video that they show you, because usually at the beginning of the round they'll show you a video. So the philanthropy video they showed was all about the Alzheimer's Association, which was my sorority's philanthropy. And I think I literally cried during this video. I was very emotional, but I obviously really like my sorority that I'm in now, Sigma Kappa's Philanthropy, so I had them at the top of my list. But I entered sorority recruitment with a not so, like, it wasn't low, but it wasn't a good GPA. I think I had like a 3.1 or a 3.0 going out of high school because I wasn't like very studious in high school. I didn't really think it impacted my recruitment process, but it does. It really matters, your GPA, for sorority recruitment, at least here at Alabama. The average GPA that they will accept is like a 3 point. It depends on the sorority, but they range from like 3.2 to 3.5. But so I entered without even being in that range, so that automatically made me like get dropped, I think, from the majority of the houses that were on my list. I think I went into philanthropy round having 4 or 5 houses back, which didn't really affect me too much because I did know that I entered with like a lower GPA than like what was recommended having. And it was hard during COVID because you didn't really get to see them like face to face before I was like dropped from them because of it was based just on my GPA, I presume, because that was, it was not what was in the range. So that was hard, but I got back my to one of my top houses that I wanted, so that was good. The girl I talked to for philanthropy round, she was really, really nice, and I loved her. We had such a good conversation, and she was just the nicest girl, and I remember having like the best conversations with her. Like, they just kept flowing really well, and I didn't feel like I was like being interviewed, so that was good. But yeah, so that was my experience during philanthropy round. Also, during philanthropy round, this is the round where you want to start. They give you usually a Pan-Hellenic t-shirt that you wear for each of the days of philanthropy, and so you just have to come up with like shorts or a skirt that you want to wear with it. And usually I'll see people wearing like platform wedge kind of things or like sneakers. It's a very casual day, but yeah, so that's what you want to wear on philanthropy days. Also, afterwards, I was a little happier that I didn't get all 12 houses back because I ended up getting a break. Like, I knew some people who got all 12 houses back, and they were going nonstop, like, throughout the day for all 3 days, and it looked exhausting. So I was really happy that I didn't have to, like, exert so much energy, and I actually got to like relax, like had mornings off, had afternoons off, had a whole day off. Like, it was really nice not having so many houses back. So that's also another thing. So if you the first day don't get many houses back, it's okay. Like, don't be upset. It's you're saving yourself like so much. But yeah, so don't be too upset because it'll work out. It always works out. So the next round is Sisterhood round, and this round is longer. It's around like 30 minutes, I want to say, and they show you their Sisterhood video at the beginning of the round, and I literally almost cried again in this house, in my top house that I wanted, by just watching their Sisterhood. And I literally love this house. Like, the girls felt so genuine and so nice in there, and every time I'm in there, I started like liking it so much more the more I talked to people, because this is for Sisterhood round I still talked to the same girl and had such a good conversation again. And then halfway through, I think there was another girl who entered our conversation, and so I talked to her too and ended up loving her as well, which is just so good. And that's like one of the only houses I really felt like that comfortable in, and just, I don't know, I just had a vibe and I just kind of went with it. I didn't even know, so Sigma Kappa is the newest sorority on Alabama's campus as of right now, and we are in a transition house, which it's a nice house. It's really nice, but compared to all the other sorority houses on Alabama's campus, it doesn't look as prominent because, they're all like really big mansions and everything. But so we're actually getting a new house. It's being built right now, and they say don't judge a book by its cover, but I did judge the book by its cover because of their house, and I am very, like, disappointed of me doing that, because don't do that, guys. Do not do that, because it doesn't matter what their house looks like or, like, anything like that, but I'm so happy that I ended where I did, because I just know myself, and I would have been so unhappy if I didn't, like, end up where I felt comfortable being in a sorority. Like, I walk in with my pajamas on and hair up in a towel and whatever, and I still feel so comfortable in there. But anyway, getting off topic, my sisterhood round went really, really well. I loved my house, and I ended up getting the same amount of houses back for Sisterhood that I did in Philanthropy, so that was good, and I obviously still had my favorites, and nothing really changed during Sisterhood for me, and yeah, so that's how my Sisterhood round went. This round honestly flew by too, because of how good a conversation we had, and before I knew it, it was like the round was over, and I was so actually really sad to leave. But I remember I was calling my mom every night. I'm like, I always talked about this house, and if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does. But I was so happy with this house, and I was over the moon excited for preference, because then you get to learn more about each house, and, like, that's where you really decide between your top 2 houses. So for Sisterhood round, it was more of, like, the going to church kind of dressing, and then now preference round, you want to dress up like you are, like, kind of like a wedding vibe, like you're going to a wedding. So for preference round, you definitely see a different side of the sorority. I was really nervous for preference round because the rounds were a lot longer. They were 45 minutes, and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to talk to someone for 45 minutes? But I entered the call, and the same girl was my, like, pick me up, like, who I was going to talk to. I was so happy, and we literally just had the best connection and talked about literally everything. Like, I didn't even feel like I was in a house. But it was just such a good conversation. The 2 houses I got back for preference round, one was obviously Sigma Kappa, which was one of my top choices. And then the other one that I got, I didn't mind it. I had really good conversations in that house too, but I just felt more at home at Sigma Kappa, and that's why I chose Sigma Kappa as the house I wanted to go to, like, my top one. And I have so many memories when I was going through recruitment of the girls in Sigma Kappa just, like, saying hi, like, remembering your name, like, calling your name out, like, hi, when you like enter the Zoom call, you're like, hi, and then the girl that I always talk to was like, oh my god, hi Allie, like, nice to see you again, like, stuff like that. And I just didn't get that out of the other houses. And yeah, so I obviously choose Sigma Kappa to be my number 1 house, and I ended up getting them back on bid day, which is so exciting. Usually bid day is held in the stadium, Bryant-Denny Stadium here at Alabama, but since mine was online, we met in our Rokai groups on the quad and opened our bids via email, and I was so happy when I got Sigma Kappa back, and I was just so ecstatic. I ran home and got my bid day buddy, which ended up being the same girl that rushed me all through recruitment, and it was just such a fun day, and I had so many good memories. My recruitment experience was really positive overall. Like, I had a really good time going through recruitment. It definitely can be very stressful, but also very fun. It depends on your outlook on it, and everything will work out the way it's supposed to. I believe that, and if you maximize all your options, go to all your parties, go to all your houses, it'll work out, and you'll probably end up getting a house back. Hopefully it's the one that you love, but I couldn't have been more happier with the house that I got. And even if you don't get a house back that you liked or loved, you can always drop them, which I do not recommend, but definitely go try it out. Go to the bid day retreat, go test it out. You can always drop it in the future, but just try it out. You might end up changing your mind. You might end up meeting people in the sorority that you really like and end up staying. You never know. So just give it a try. Don't be closed-minded. And yeah, also do not go on Greek Rank. Please do not go on Greek Rank. I went into sorority recruitment with no knowledge on any of the sororities at Alabama. I had a clean slate. I just judged each sorority on how I felt through the experience and what I wanted out of a sorority. I did not know anything about the sororities before recruitment, except maybe their philanthropy. I researched their philanthropies, but that's it. Do not go on Greek Rank. Literally, people that post on Greek Rank are probably just like middle-aged women with nothing better to do with their time that are judging people based off of their looks or their philanthropies or which sorority is better, which none of that matters, because in the end you want to be in a sorority where you feel like it is your home and you feel comfortable in the house and you want to make lifelong friends there, and just you want a good experience in the sorority. And it doesn't really matter in the end which house is rated as the top house on Alabama. Like, I personally, I don't think that matters. But yeah, so that is my recruitment experience and some tips that I have when going through recruitment. And I hope that everybody that is wanting to go through sorority recruitment, whether it's at Alabama or another college or university, I hope you have the best of times, and I hope you make many memories, and I hope it all works out. And yeah, so thank you all for watching this video. I really, really appreciate it. And if you liked it, please hit the like button down below and subscribe to my channel, because it really means a lot to me and I really appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!